All right, I hope this is recording. It is recording. So I'm going to share my screen and show my presentation um, about my book share really quick. And I'm going to talk through it as I share my screen and such. So let me share my screen really quick and on the way. All right, so let's go to my presentation really quick and I'll go over that and then I'll go into the book as well and talk some. All right, so I did my biography book share on Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the biography of her life. And the book that I chose was on Epic. It's actually a kid's book. It was written by Sarah Spiller and illustrated by Jeff Bain. So the first couple of things I want to pull out of that she grew up in Brooklyn, New York in 1933, and that she goes on to talk about how her mom made school important for her and her brother, and talks about how her mom went to work and made money to pay for her brother to go to school, and she always told her that it was super important for her to go to school. And she went on to study and went to law school to become a lawyer. And as she went through that, she also did some other things in the White House and the Supreme Court. So really quick, this is the book. I have some clips inside of my PowerPoint that I'll link as well with this video. So this is what the book looks like, and this is the first couple of pages talking about her and when she was born and how her mom made school important, and talks about how she worked really hard in law school and studied and also raised a baby at the same time. She talked about how her peers were mostly men, and they were mean, how they were mean to her, and they thought that men were better students than women. She also goes to talk about how she became a lawyer and that she taught at colleges. She taught classes because she was the best in her class when it comes to things about being a lawyer. She helped everyone. That was what she wanted out of her career. That was her goal, was to help people. And she talks about how there's 9 U.S. Supreme Court justices and that Bill Clinton chose her to be one of them. So that was a peak moment in her career. And she talks about how she fought for women, men and women, to have to earn just as much as men, because she thought that was very important. It also goes on to talk about how she helped make gay marriage legal, and how that was super tough, but she overcame it. And now we have LGBT QT QT plus people that are able to get married and do the things that normal, people would do. And that's exciting. That's one thing that I think is very important when it comes to her. She worked really hard for everyone to feel equal and have the same rights and be allowed to love whoever you love. So at the end of the book, it has a timeline. It's just a small timeline for kids, when she was born, and what she did in 1952, which was go to law school and get a degree and all that type of stuff. And then in 1993, when she became one of the 9 U.S. Supreme Court judges, because Bill Clinton chose her to be one. And this goes on to 2030, which I believe in 2020 is when she passed away. I want to get this right, make sure I have it correct. Yeah, she died last year in September. So, of course, there probably would be another series to this book or something of that sort. because she has passed away, so they could elaborate more on her life, what she did so far, what did she do in 2020 before she passed away, more about making gay marriage legal and allowing it to happen, allowing people to love who they want to love, how she made equal rights for women and men, so that women could get paid just as much as men, or even more. So yeah, this part of my PowerPoint is just little snippets um, out of the book. So I just took little snippets out of the book, important parts and like things I touched on in my book share. And Ruth Ginsburg, she did quite a bit for everyone. And so it was kind of exciting to learn about her. And I'm not really sure how I came across like choosing her biography as a book to read. But she made an impact on the world and women and men and you know any type of person or um whatever you identify as. She made that known that that's okay. And so I pretty much enjoyed um her book for kids. However, I feel like too, just doing my own research on her, she made a lot of impactful statements and a lot of impactful things. And also it was a big, um, she made a big choice to become one of the U.S. Supreme Court judges, and I think that's an honorable mention as well that she became one of those judges, and I think that is her utmost respect. So I hope everyone likes my book talk, and I hope to share more books with you guys.